occurred to me. Maybe that's also why Astralis are trying to make as much noise as possible, trying to just get in Spirit's heads. Yeah, if they can hear each other, when you take those headshots off, all of a sudden, if you can hear each other, maybe that's why Glaive is just shouting as much as possible, so that, you know, it's just additional pressure getting put on Spirit. Man, I miss that from LANs. You know, now we have the sound canceling headsets and everything, and you know that's fine and dandy. But it was pretty cool when teams could actually hear each other, so you could have opponents shouting at each other in matches.
Yeah, I missed that too. A little bit of a jump. Ooh, got spotted. He's willing to take the fight. I like it. Yeah, you have to have some real confidence right now. If you're on the Spirit side, you're gonna have to trust in your aim, and just the mechanical ability is there for Spirit. That's why they're such a terrifying team to play against. And normally they even have a little bit of an X factor in. I mean, people like Chopper could be really, really hard to deal with. He is one of those Mac 10 through the smoke kind of players. Yeah. So I wouldn't rule them out yet, but we're gonna have to see a new version of Spirit. And again, they've only had about 10 minutes to reset mentally and get back into this. And that mental reset is hard on any random day, but at the major, I guarantee you it's more difficult. Here we go. A bomb site is occupied by 3 people on the Spirit side and 2 over at the B bomb site. Setting up. Oh, this is great, though. This is going to be such... They know everything. That's it. That little peek told them. They're going to be rotating for sure 1, probably more. Astralis, I don't think they heard that flashbang, so they're executing into a bomb site. Then in about 5 seconds, it's going to be 5 people here. They're already running over. This is such a cool play from Spirit. Now they need to land the headshot. Sumda Young goes down. It's Sip instead with the opening kill on Inferno. Nice little return there for Mir. He's going to get one of them. 30 seconds on the clock. Everyone started to show up. A nade to blow up Megiskin. I don't know if they could do this here. 3 versus 4. They're locked inside of the site. This is not a good look for the CT side at all. Mir is trying to escape up in the graveyard. He finds a headshot on Megisk. And it's a 2-on-2. No bomb plant yet. 15 seconds on the clock, and this battle is going to continue here. It's slowed down for the minute. Degster with a headshot on Lucky Dupree on his own. Low on health, and he's trying to find it. 8 seconds, and Mir will take him down. Spirit, a much-needed pistol.
There we go, and Degster showing some hype. Mir and Degster getting a bit of a shout going right now. You need to get pumped up with the energy. You've won 3 pistols against 3 out of 3 pistols against Astralis so far. Astralis cannot find a pistol to save their lives right now.
That was such a long battle. The fact that everyone got pushed in, Mir escaped. That is a next-level play, but the whole thing is set up by the flash on Banana. That was the information.
Yeah, the timing.
I know it seems so boring because they flash nobody. There's no fight happening, but from like a deeper Counter-Strike point of view, that's actually so smart.
It's the information play. 50 seconds left, 40 seconds left. You still haven't seen anything. You got to start making plays. You got to start taking risks to find out where Astralis are on the server. And sure enough, you get that flash to top Banana. And as you pointed out, Anders, that's a lot of information that you're gathering right there.
And they went for the full rotation. They didn't even leave anyone to be. They're like, all right, we're all in on A.
That was perfect. It was very well done there by Spirit. So that's a great adjustment from Spirit. It's a strong start once again here on a map that doesn't necessarily favor them. But I like this from Astralis. They don't go for the force buy. They've elected to go for a hard eco in this round, meaning we'll have rifles, and actually we can have a decent nade count for Astralis in the next round. So they don't want to guarantee Spirit 3 rounds here.
Why don't they have 1 flashbang, though? Just 1. To get out of apps? I feel like that's...
Fair enough.
I feel like that's $200 you can afford to spend.
But it's $200 that you won't have in the next round.
Yeah.
It's a question of whether or not they can get the bomb planted. I mean, if you go for a waterfall out of apps, but with 2 players on the bomb site right now on Spirit's side.
I mean, with a flashbang, you maybe could. It's still unlikely, but you could. Now they're going to be lined up. Sumda Young, excellent MP9 spray down, quad kill. Bomb is lost.
Okay.
It's all done. Good round.
Fair enough. That's pretty much par for the course, but now look, you get a full buy pretty much for everybody on the side of Astralis. You can get a full nade buy with AKs and Kevlar and the whole kit and caboodle. So Astralis, I like this strategy from Astralis. It's not exactly meta. People are encouraged to force with Deagles and Kevlar when you're staring down the barrel of a double eco. But this is an option, and Astralis now, with no bomb plants, they're going to go for it. Here we go. AKs, presence in second mid to kick things off already. We do have the AWP from Degster pretty early here. He didn't waste any time at all. Sumda Young probably dropped that one for him with all that money he just made in the last round.
So far, the only casualty in the round is Chicken. Got stabbed by Magix. Did they ramping around towards Arch? This is actually pretty deep. I don't know if they can fall back from this. Timing is almost perfect there for Sumda Young, but The difference between almost and kind of failing the timing is slim.
They don't know that this op is a thing just yet, but this rotation's come through. 4 players on the A site now for Team Spirit with 1:10 on the clock for Astralis.
And Chopper just checked all the way at the bottom of Banana again. So great informational play coming out here from the CT side. Lucky goes down. Young with a kill on Glaive. Nice shot from Dexter. And this is looking very good right now. Dupree trying his best. He's fighting everywhere. Magus gets a kill. Dupree with one on Young. Oh god, Magus Key was spinning all over the place. And now it's Chopper with the MP9. They have 50 seconds. He's almost walked up behind them. But how do they come out alive in that fight? How do they actually win it? And now the question is, can they find Chopper? That MP9 should never beat this double AK, but you just don't know. They're trying to walk into it. There's the spot, and Dupree will get the kill. A triple for him, and Astralis, a stolen round right there.
Unreal. That's the stuff of champions right there. That is a round that Astralis should never be winning at that point. 4 players set up on the A site with the correct angles for Spirit, and yet somehow... I mean, that's the face right there that says it, where it's just, you're just confused at this point of Spirit. You have to be thinking that you had that round on lock. You had the early AWP. You kept it a secret until the execute comes in. Astralis all of a sudden are walking into an op that they're not expecting. That totally throws them out of whack. And yet Spirit are the ones who are looking down the barrel of going for some pistols here. It's probably going to be a force buy for them. No, they don't quite have the money. It would be a real stretch if they did it. It's probably better to go for the half buy and take one of these rounds in the teeth.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make. I would say definitely save 100% of the time, because it's not worth it. We've seen the difference many times in the tournament already between having a CT side on Inferno with actual grenades, actual guns, and if you force up into this with MP9s and FAMASas to sort of try and sort of roll your way through, probably not going to be working out. So yeah, they go for a save. Going to be putting 4 people in the B-bomb side. That's fine. Young going to be alone over here. Yeah, this, I mean, at some point, if we see the highlight of Magus and how he was fighting near the pit there, I thought it was Dupree actually, but it was Magus. He was spinning all over the place, trying not to get killed from the bomb side or shot in the back by the open pit. It was wild. That is so hard to handle. Now, Astralis, the only task in this round is to not walk into the stack, or if you do, at least make it weak with the grenades first.
Yeah, some clever stuff coming in. They have not committed the bomb at all towards B. So that's not quite yet in the cards, but they do have top banana control. And yeah, this is where alarm bells are ringing. You haven't seen anybody. You haven't seen a nade. There's no info. You just have to think, okay, which bomb site have they stacked?
Yeah,
which one's it going to be?
The boost that's right there where Magus is aiming here, when he walks forward, he's going to have the first point of contact with the people by oranges instead. But all he has to do in the corner where he's boosted, I think Dexter it is, he just has to stay on me or it's on top. Yeah, he just has to stand up and he's going to be looking over the box. So you're actually going to be in a pretty mean crossfire at that point in time. But it looks like Astralis are kind of realizing, yeah, wait a minute, this is probably going to be a B stack. So yeah, again, there's so much experience. From the outside, it's not always 100% clear what piece of evidence is it that made them think A instead of B. But when you've been playing a thousand games, you start to get a pretty good feel for it.
Yeah, it's just, that's regrettable. Losing the AK like that, being in a position where you can give up the AK, that's probably the mistake. Shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame, right? Especially because they have the UMP on Glaive. But
yeah, or at least just back down into banana, like just put some distance. But being close enough where they can run you down with USPs, that's no good. So, yeah, whatever. That's nitpicking at this point. What counts for Astralis is that they get a second round on the board on this T side of Inferno.
True, but what I would probably say as well is, let's judge the outcome of that mistake, not so much on this round, but on what that AK does in future rounds. Because if that AK is responsible for a triple spray down at Banana in the upcoming round, well then, it is a serious mistake, and it's going to be a little bit more interesting. We don't know yet. Second round on the board for Astralis, like you said. 5th round overall coming up. And let's just let's take a deep breath here along with Team Spirit, because they are the ones with the backs to the wall. They've lost their own map pick. They're on Inferno for the second one here, which is the one that Astralis picked. Not going to be easy at all. Winning the pistol, it is not that comforting when you give it back this early on.
Okay, let's see. Early flash setup towards Banana. And now we're going to get to suss out this nade protocol right now. We haven't really seen the deep nades, i.e. the deep nades to T-ramp so much on T-side. They've kind of fallen out of style. But here's a very quick top mid take coming in from Astralis already. putting some pressure towards Arch, forcing this utility out of Spirit. And Spirit didn't have a whole lot of nades to work with. Mid-man and a half, and they hardly have any at all.
Oh, the jumping UMP down in the pit. There's the AK-47 from the previous round. Dexter gets a kill. Mir, he tries to come through. He wants to help out. That's actually a little bit of the panic. Astralis, they can fall back. The bomb is really far away. They're going to fool them. Running back, Dexter tries to beat it, and he will. That is an incredible move, but there's more people waiting for him. The B-bomb side's empty. This is, you can tell the panic on Spirit. They want to come through those archways and library smokes to help out that A-bomb side. They are running for it, and they're making mistakes as they do.
I really like this from Astralis, though. The freeze call. You've got the man advantage now. If they split up, they're going to be one on each side. You should have every advantage there in that scenario. And if they stack up, you need to figure out which bomb side it is that they've elected to stack on. We should have a fight in mid here in a moment. Yep, Dupree on this flank. He can just completely eviscerate them if he decides to wrap mid. There's the spot. Dupree's in a perfect position. Xyp9x just needs to stay alive. There it is. The swing finds both kills, or at least 1-1. Still, the important thing is Astralis collect a third round. They play that so well, just slowing it down and just forcing Spirit to be the ones to have to make the play. And the reason they can do that is because they aggressed so early in the round. They had all this time to work with.
But that is, think about how rare it is to go so deep on Arch that you've smoked off both Arch and Library.
Yeah.
You've got a UMP on it, and then you call, you return, you fall all the way back. I think they realized how many members of Spirit, when Mir comes through, they kind of realize, wait a minute, he's one of the B players. He just came through Arch and died. That probably means that no one else is there. That's a really, really cool little play. And again, it kind of shows the level of just calm on the Astralis, in the Astralis camp. They read this game very well. I think this is right now, all the stress is on the Spirit side.
Oh, indeed. Without a doubt. Without a doubt right now, Spirit, they are running the risk of just hitting a nice headshot on Glaive with a Deeg. Okay, Chopper.
And that was after being tagged, so I bet Glaive is going to be he's going to be a little bit annoyed at that.
Miffed.
Because in his mind he must think, come on, man, we know how low he is. This time running the guns away, Magus is coming back to try and check, and he'll find the one kill. Still will realize that wasn't Chopper, so
yeah,
he knows that he's in there somewhere. But in the meantime, 4-on-3. Are they going to go B? It kind of feels like they will, eventually.
They still have the superior firepower. They haven't been able to recover any of the guns. Dupree's picked up that AWP now, probably chucked that AK over the wall in Banana. And now, well, Chopper's holding on the site itself. A chance. Yep, there's the flank from SDY with that 5-7. He can still be super dangerous. He can do a lot of damage with that gun.
Yeah, yeah, with the gap as well. Could have been a little bit scary. I think the flashes also made a big difference, and they found Chopper inside of the bomb site without getting headshot even further. So they're going to get the bomb down, and now it's just a question of whether or not... They would probably love to find the rifle out on Banana. I mean, they've got Dexter flanking a long, long way around, so maybe if he could find that... I don't know if it's still there somewhere. It's being held by Dupree right now, so it might just be impossible. But, I mean, you get very calm, very relaxed play coming out from Astralis, even as they lose one of the players early on in the round. They don't really seem to care that much. Dexter. Oh. Timing is really there for him. He's been found out. Not a lot that he could do. Low on health, Dupree and Lucky. Got to get a little bit away from the bomb so that you don't blow up with it. Otherwise, Astralis will be celebrating a 4th round here. 5-7. Not even going to try and challenge it. That's interesting.
Yeah, very nicely done. Very nice control there by Astralis, not overextending. And that is going to be Team Spirit now. I mean, Dexter's hitting shots. He's got 7 kills right now. So, I mean, the firepower is there for Team Spirit. Now it's just about managing to get it all to gel, as Dexter's just barely able to afford an AWP. Full nades for Team Spirit, full rifles, and a kit. So now we can see what Spirit are capable of on this CT side. They should have most of what they want for a successful hold, although Dexter is going to go... He's going straight aggro. Right on the edge. Glaive pulls a fast one on him. He was too quick.
Yeah, that's a devastating loss. And if we take a quick recall back onto Dust 2 and remembering what the CT economy was like for Spirit, if they lose this round, they're going to be back to something similar again, and Astralis can just start to run up the rounds and get way ahead. Killer flashbang there as well on Chopper. They didn't actually do anything behind it. Might have just tried to see if they were going to get some sort of a pop flash out. That, you know, sometimes if you throw that flash on the T side, the CTs will respond with a pop flash setup of their own. Didn't find it, but they're going to... Oh, Mir! That's a deep nade and a kill on Magus. Now, those are 2 kills that are really widely separated. Pretty impressive stuff, and it's back into a 3-on-3. I mean, we've talked a lot about him, and he is very good. He's going to find a 3rd kill in the round, taking down Lucky. Again, so much of this match is maybe riding on this one round in terms of the economy for Spirit, in terms of starting to build any momentum at all, which they haven't really had in this series so far. Why not let it start now with a nice triple?
Dupree's the point man here. Huh. Decides to smoke off Arch. What is this?
Just faking it, isn't he?
Okay, he has the info. He has the info. That flash coming out, that should tell him everything that they need to know. And now Xyp9x is going to be able to push B and get out here with that CT smoke. With both players paired up, it's all on Mir now. He needs to be the hero for Spirit.
Yeah, it's an isolated... Oh, and the Molotov in the corner. That is heartbreaking. He goes down. Dupree with the headshot. He had a smoke, but that wouldn't have helped him that much. The smoke would have maybe kept him alive, but they would have known where he was anyway. Shots through the smoke not doing anything here. I mean, Dupree's a little bit low, but that is not what's going to make the difference. Magix has a Molotov of his own, and that could, on the other hand, make a huge difference. If they can get into position, they can bomb out exactly where Sip is in the back here, and that might be enough to kill him. Yep, there's the nade, but they're getting shot in the back by Dupree. Oh no, and they missed the timing. Instead of killing Sip, they have to worry about the fact that there's bullets behind them, and Sip with the headshot. It's going to be another round for Astralis. It's so well done. That smoke over at Arch, it's not 100%, but it stacks the odds that there's only going to be one person in B. And that's all they wanted. Isolate that 1 versus 2 and win the 2-on-2 afterwards.
Yeah. And then to get the Molotov, to get the flank, they just play it so well. And I mean, having Dupree and Xyp9x alive as the last 2 players for you on Astralis is just, that's just the heyday right there. You're going to be just loving life. Yeah. 2 of your heaviest players, and also the guys who just bear up under the pressure. They don't feel it. They are the ones who come up with the big plays. And, well, Lucky going to spot degster going for a peek in mid. Ah, nice. A little bit of pressure here in apartments. Does manage to get the drop on him. It's funny that Spirit really do go for this 5-7 investment. Quite a bit. And 5-7's up closer. Lethal. One-shot headshot. You saw it there.
Yeah, it's a cool pistol. Maybe... I don't know if it's underrated, but it's certainly taking a backseat most of the time to the PGL, it feels like. Max 7 in play as well on Mir. He's inside of the smoke. Close enough range to ruin somebody's day.
No flash, though, to set it up. That's unfortunate. But if you've got multiple who can push through...
Maybe. Magix goes down.
Yeah,
there a little bit of a push wide swing. Chopper will get 1 kill. Some die young. He needed to stay alive inside of the bomb site to open up for the other 2 coming through Arch to do anything inside of the bomb site. As soon as he's down, you see what happens. Smokes go up. They get the bomb down. They just refocus their efforts. Boosting over the smoke is probably fairly predictable. They're not going to find anyone. It would have been shocked if Astralis just walked right into it, because this is maybe one of the only choices they actually have in this round, Spirit, to try and do something, and that drop down will definitely tell Astralis what's happening. They
just heard that. Good info to pick up. And just trying to collect as much as you can off of the corpses here. You get that the molly save for Mir. A little bit of bonus money, especially because it costs more to buy incendiaries on the CT side than on the T side. So if you can find one for free, you're going to be happy about that. But, man, you really want to try. You can tell that they just the immediate intent is to try and back off and save that AK. But at the same time, you're fighting that urge because you do need to eventually make some plays. And because you were there when the bomb just gets planted, it's like, okay, go for the boost. See if you can find a headshot. Just do something. Because you're just bleeding rounds away now to Astralis. 6-2 on the T side, Astralis.
Well, it's also, if you never put yourself in a position to catch Astralis making a mistake, then it doesn't really matter if they make one. But what if Astralis had been stumbling on top of each other inside of the bomb site? You get a double spray down, you turn it into a 1-on-2. So they have to keep thinking, all right, let's just try and see. The problem with Astralis is, historically and right now too, they don't actually make that many mistakes. They're not going to give you many rounds like that just for free. And that's something that Spirit will have to eventually come up either with a solution and stop hoping for mistakes and just start taking some of these rounds back in a more forceful manner. The round from Mir with the triple, that's one of those rounds, but they need many, many more of them. Pop flash, but no one peeking behind.
Oh, I like it.
They're going to go back and boost. If they boost at the wrong time, that's the disaster. I think they're going to have time for it, but that is so scary. All right.
Well, you're in the standoff because you still have two players exactly putting some pressure over here towards A, making some noise up in apartments and making sure that Spirit have to play honestly. Can't just cheat and rotate over and get 3 on B or even 4 on B early. If they're here, nades go off towards A. They have to stay put. And so that's what Astralis want to do there. Keep them focused on it. And now that they've made quite a bit of noise over towards B, you are getting that rotation. Degster thinking that this is the place on the map that he needs to be right now.
Yeah, they just flashed their way into A apps. Magic's
not spot that.
Just taking that peek, but inside of the A bomb site, they're so far back on A with only 2 people. 30 seconds. Astralis are now playing very slowly. If they wrap quad right now, that actually would be so devastating to Spirit. They would be so red. They would be thinking, no way. Why are they hitting the one position that's probably very weak? 15 seconds. Here come the flashes. Sunday Young gonna shoot one of them down. Magic's with the follow-up kill. It's a pretty good start here. 10 seconds on the clock. Astralis need to move, and they're turning the corner. Sip with the kill. Lucky with the other one. Oh my God! They threaded the needle. A headshot for Magic as well. Oh. This is such a thin margin. Nothing could have gone wrong at the end. And Astralis, it looks like they're getting wiped off the board, and then they hit every single kill they needed in a space of 2 or 3 seconds and win the round.
Not only that, Anders, Lucky hits these shots. Okay, the first one, the guy was turned away from him, but the second one, what happened there? He has to get that kill or the round is lost, and he has one shot with the AWP to do it. He didn't miss. How does this guy keep coming up with these massive rounds for Astralis?
Yeah, huge plays. I mean,
so sick. I hope that we caught that and that we'll be able to see the second kill, because I mean that's the round-winning kill right there. If he misses, they're done. They can't plant the bomb.
If you took a series of screenshots at like 13 seconds, 10 seconds, 8 seconds, all the way through there, you'd be thinking, Spirit wins, Spirit wins, Spirit wins, and then you scroll it to like 6 or 7 seconds, and they lost. It's that quick. It just goes away for them in a second here. 7-2 in favor of Astralis. This is so devastating. Good kill. He jumps up on that little, oh my God.
The off angle.
That is wild.
Dude.
What a play. Well, Degster. Molotov there. Not going to do too much to Astralis. A little bit of a fight on the other side. Everybody's blind, but he's got his eyes back just a bit quicker. That is a wildly aggressive play. Excellent Molotov there, but he's going to be flashed around. Nearly got the 180. They know that Mira's here, and they know furthermore that he is the only one on the bomb site, so they're slowing it down.
And that's it. You did your job.
Yeah, they're in a 4-on-3. This is where a lesser team could have easily made a mistake, a massive mistake, because like I was saying, they know that he's alone, so they know one kill, we're good to go, but if you chase him down for the smoke, maybe he just sprays everyone down.
You don't get ahead of yourselves. With a minute left on the clock, you have time to work, and this is what has to happen. They have to try and make some plays, exactly. Without taking risks, Spirit are just going to lose the round, and so Degster tries to make that play in mid, gets caught. They do spot the second mountain. He's not going to win that duel, and that's forced the rotation out of Mir. The B bomb side is open for business. Now it's a question of whether or not Astralis can figure this out.
I mean, they could even sacrifice some. The bomb is far enough away. Mir's at the right bomb side right now. But Sip trying to check everything, and he's going to find the headshot. It's another round. Double for Dupree here, but yeah, this is so overwhelming. There are so many little details. You see how they fell back earlier in the game when they were at Arch and they had the UMP on Glaive? Yeah. This is a similar round. They know Mir is alone over at the B bomb side, and they realize, nah, let's not do it.
Look at Mir.
Yeah, the frustration.
These guys are just, the body language says it all right now. The pressure is enormous, but they are feeling every ounce of it. And to think, I mean, well, obviously the expectations are high at all times for all of these teams. You know, they're competing at the major, but I mean, you're same team as you. Team Spirit just won TI, and you may be going out here in the first phase of the major. You know, a little bit of additional pressure, right? You obviously want to live up on the ZS side of things as the Dota side is, you know, just popping off.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, they are definitely playing below their level, I would say, Spirit at the moment, and Astralis are playing at least above their sort of their level at day one, way above. So it's hard to deal with right now.
You're right. But okay, so hypothetically, right, we would kind of expect this from a team of with Astralis's experience, considering they hadn't played with this roster yet, but Glaive is now back on it. if anybody's going to figure it out, you're not going to hide there.
No.
But if you're going to power up, you know, the more time that you get to work on it, because they've had time to scrim as well, they've had time to review demo, and they've been getting officials. So it's just like nitrous in the engine, right? They're just powering up as fast as possible.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, I wasn't even really sure. I mean, I guess when you see it happen, it looks like it's kind of obvious. Like, yeah, of course it's Astralis. Like, of course they're gonna be. It wasn't obvious to me. I don't know if anyone else had a different view, but I'm just impressed that it's actually happening, because it's a hard puzzle to solve, right? There's been a lot of weird stuff going on with this particular roster, so who knows how that affects a team. But apparently they still got it.
Well, I mean, Bubsky was the heavy hitter in the IM fall. You know, he was the one who was doing a lot of the work, getting a lot of the kills. He's the top performer for him, and then they bench him to bring Glaive in, who's had time off. He's been there for the team, sure. He was helping strategically, but he wasn't playing. This is the first time that he's playing with this full lineup with Lucky, right? And yet here we are. Ooh, these 5-7s, man.
Yeah, making a real case for them. But on the other side of the map, they found an empty bomb site. They're going to call in the bomb. You see how long? There's 15 seconds on the clock. They are waiting such a long time, Astralis, before they pull the trigger finally on where they want to go. It's like they leave it open all the way up until the end. They keep thinking, yeah, but wait, just wait a little bit more. What if something goes wrong? Another 5-7 kill, though. Ooh. And a couple of AKs being saved.
That's very nice.
It's nice, but it's not nearly enough, right? It's about to be 9-2 in favor of Astralis. So saving a couple of rifles and getting a couple of pistol kills is not going to cut it any longer. Spirit need to show up in a massive way here.
Yes, they do. This is where the turnaround has to happen. And you've been given 2 AKs. I mean, one-shot headshot on the CT side can make a tremendous difference, especially in choked spaces like Banana, where it's constricted. They kind of funneled into a bottleneck. With an AK, if you just hold it spray, you may be able to find kills that you otherwise wouldn't with M4s. So maybe we can see Spirit come up with something big here in the round to come. It's been a bit touch and go in Banana with how Magus has been able to get all the way pushed up to top Banana and get results there. Maybe Spirit will finally have the answer to put a stop to that. They're going to have to call in Armageddon and just drop the nades on Banana, just carpet bomb that entire part of the map at this point to stop Astralis from pushing up there so aggressively.
It's really hard to figure out how to beat this kind of play that's coming out from Astralis.
Ooh.
Push down middle could be one of the solutions. Lucky. Did they hear? Looks like they may have heard it. There's the turnaround. Good kill coming in. Magic taking down Magus and Dupree. That's pretty awkward.
Did he get caught? Was he just not sure where he was? What happened there?
I think he didn't want to stand up all the way. I think he could have kept going, but he was probably afraid of getting shot at the back as well. So now they've lost almost the entire map here on the T side. That's really awkward. Where do you go from here?
Huh. You got second mid, you've got a little bit of presence in apartments, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a push on there. SDY, yeah, you can see. He's posted up, ready. If Astralis were going to try and flood apartments quickly, there would have been some resistance from Spirit. Very cool from Spirit to finally... This is the bold play that you need to go for, Anders. The aggression. Just take the fight to Astralis. Stop letting them just beat up on you. You have to fight them eventually.
But Astralis, again, they slow it down. They just take a deep breath. They don't use all the nades or anything even. They have still plenty of nades in case they wanted to go for an execute. So you've wasted a lot of their time for sure, and that in itself is a big win. But it's not done yet. Flash around the corner. Degster going to be forced all the way back. Glaive goes to check upper Banana and top Banana. And now they go back to put some pressure on middle.
Fresh smoke in mid at 30 seconds, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And Sumda Young, yeah, using the Molotov as well. So I mean, they've got almost no time. A deep nade up there. That's going to slow them down even further and even tag them up. 14 seconds. There's no way Astralis should get close to winning this round. Here comes the one single god flash that they needed, but Magic's on the other side. Huge double kill to shut them down, and there's no way into this round here for Astralis. They finally get told no, and Spirit will find that third round. It is really late in the hour to start to pick up rounds here if you're Spirit. You're on your way well out of the major. This is going to have to be a ridiculous comeback if they can make this work.
Yeah. Oh, well, their opponents were able to pull off a pretty ridiculous comeback in a series that we thought was done and dusted yesterday, and yet Astralis were able to fight their way back tooth and nail and take it in overtime to stay alive in this major. And so I'm not writing any of these teams out just yet. Spirit, we know that they've got the firepower on this team. If they can just find their spirits and actually, you know, get their heads in this game, just check out, forget that Dust 2 even happened. Forget that the first half, you know, just don't even look at the score. You just need to focus on playing your game right now. It's just one round at a time. That's all that matters. And just begin that march, that one round at a time until it's 16 and you got it good. So that's all Spirit need to be telling themselves at this point. Obviously, it's easier said than done.
It is, yeah. It could be very, very tricky to try and get that mental change. But I love
that's what you notice with these players. You know, when you interview them after those, they're like, "I wasn't even looking at the scoreboard. I didn't even look. I didn't even know what the score was anymore." Right? And those crazy comebacks, they're so dialed in and focused. They don't even know what the score is anymore. They're just playing.
And that push down the middle, trying to take the game back from Astralis, is definitely really cool to see. A lot more of that. The problem is that's a trick you can do one round. You can't do it every round. So you have to get more than just a round out of it. You have to get the round and some momentum and some confidence. Like it has to be more than just a single round win. Because otherwise, Astralis will just return to what they've been doing so far. And that's been working pretty much all the way through. They're getting a little bit of a breather right here. But what a tough matchup for Spirit right now. I definitely, in my mind, had thought this was going to be much, much more even. But Astralis showed up today with a very, very different plan in mind.
Indeed. Indeed. This is the quality of the players that are on Astralis. This is why they made the roster change that they did. You know, benching Bubsky, bringing Glaive in. It's like, okay, we're just gonna front load this with as many major vets as we can.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
this is why we're seeing. This is why it's because they can bear up under the pressure. There are no weak spots where you're wondering what they're gonna do. It's like, no, these guys are here. And joy upon joy, Lucky is turning out to be a real asset for Astralis. Yeah. He can play under pressure, and he's hitting crazy shots that are keeping his team in rounds. It's really sick to see.
Is this going to be the classic Arch setup? Yeah, so they're going to smoke Library and Arch from these positions. And this might be... because they've been playing very, very slow. It could be fun to see what happens if Astralis change the pace. Now, they're executing, if they do this, into a 4-man setup with a huge crossfire in middle. This should be pretty much unbreakable with Mir even getting the early jump on them there. That's a nice kill. Magus with one. Everyone is blind. Sip will follow it up with a kill. It's back in a 2-on-2. The Orb is in the bomb side alone. The Molotov on top of him. He's going to have to move out of there. Oh, this is uncomfortable right now if you're Degster. You need backup. Chopper is kind of getting there. The bomb is sneaking back, though. Sip, he can just walk out. The bomb is making its way back again. They're doing it, Astralis. They keep making these calls. Oh, but he gets caught! Degster goes to look. He's on to them. He knows that once they disappear, they actually win the rounds. But instead, oh my god, they're miles away. They have a kit on Degster, but they hear that bomb, and now they are in a lot of trouble. It's going to take them good 17 seconds to get from here over to the B-bomb. So at that point in time, they're not going to have that much time to play around with. Glaive has no more nades, though, and that's a big deal. They have a Molotov. Don't think it's going to make a big difference this time, though. 20 seconds on the clock, and again, they're running it low already. They're even with the kit. They're going to have to speed up a little bit. They're running back. They're making so much noise, and Glaive, he's happy to just hang out here. 10 seconds now on the clock. They have to go for that defuse right now. There's the spray. He misses the first time around. There it is, and that's the round one. Glaive, 1 versus 2 at the end. They just did not have the time to look for him. The Molotov, yeah, that helped them clear out 1 of the 10 different corners on that B-bomb site that they could be in. It's not enough.
It's not enough. They're not Astralis. They can't throw that Molotov in the one corner that everybody is hiding in. Glaive, what a play from him. One of the massive clutches. 1v2. No nades, as you pointed out. No way to try and force them into angles that are favorable for him. He needs to play the bomb, and he does it to perfection. That is so well done by Glaive. Double digits now for Astralis on this T side. 10 on the round, and now Glaive just going to dodge. This is just so much pressure on Spirit. Astralis are going for the jugular now.
Yeah, they really are. Headshot as well to take down Mir. He was trying to follow it up, but they get completely wiped out here at the B-bomb site. And Degster, what is he going to do with the AWP? If they realize that no one else is in here, it's going to be a free bomb plant, and I don't know what Spirit could even do. This is... what's really devastating is that the play that Degster does in that previous round to check and find Sip is so godlike. It's so cool. That shows that he has a really good understanding of the kind of Counter-Strike that Astralis have been playing. So they actually called him on that, and they win that call, and they still cannot win the 1 versus 2. That's what's so heartbreaking, is that he actually makes a really huge play. They're going to go check everything, and they've rotated all 3 of them over to the B-bomb site. There's no one here. Astralis are just... They're an incredibly elusive team right now. Very, very hard to catch.
They just seem to be in full control. They, to me, right now, just feel like they've got them. They've just got full control of Spirit, and they're not doing anything crazy to let Spirit have a chance to fight back in the half. They are just fully getting the boa constrictor going on them right now. This, however, is going to be problematic if they walk into the stack.
Only maybe, because there's 3 Molotovs. They could Molotov 2 out of 3 positions right now. Actually, they're going to be Molotoving Degster as well. So yeah, there's 3 people here, but they're all going to be catching... Oh no, the Molotov goes up in the air. It doesn't land on Degster, and he's got free reign. That is a big misstep. HE on Sip as well. And yeah, they've done it here. 10 seconds on the clock and a 2-on-3. That Molotov needed to go down right on top of Degster, and it didn't. Now, there was a follow-up one, but that's probably too late. And now Dupree, yeah, he can't find him any longer. He's going to get that kill. Try and go for the spray, but it is too late. Spirit will win the round, and I guarantee you that one Molotov made a difference.
Indeed. That was very nicely done. Tough break there for Astralis, just gambling, and they go on the wrong bomb site. The one bomb site that they need to avoid. If they walk into a bomb site, it's a done round, they win.
You still wonder with the Molotov if that could have easily made the difference. Degster probably gets, maybe
he
one
gets
of them.
One, but that's it. Yeah, he doesn't get the second kill. He can't repeak for the second kill. But that's the whole point. That's the gamble of what Spirit go for. When they're down the men like that, they're like, right, stack a bomb site. If they come to us, great. If they don't, whatever, we still got our gear for the next round. This is one of those rare cases where we got to see they actually walked into the stack, and it works out in Spirit's favor. So a 4th round on the board for Spirit. Well done on their side. And now Astralis, once again, really trying to just bully. They're just trying to bully the B defense right now.
But I mean, even that's what's so crazy. That's what it took for Spirit to win that round, is to put 3, and they only barely won it.
Yeah.
I mean, in spite of the failed Molotov and everything else, Flash to set it up, and Magus is going to be absolutely dead. Good follow-up. Mia doing the work here. Chopper, there was no 3rd flashbang there. That's what would have been really interesting, or a second one, I guess. But flashes for the first 2. Sometimes you can just kind of keep throwing the flashbangs out if you've got a little bit of a nest tag up there by the coffins, but not this time. 4-3, and a man advantage for Spirit here in the 15th round. And Astralis find a way to snake their way out of this one.
Well, they forced a bit of utility out on the B side, and they've also kept Degster over here towards B as well. That's the whole goal of throwing the utility, committing that much information over there, is to just try and keep that defense stacked. Now there's only 2 players on A for Team Spirit, and that bodes well for Astralis. They've got a man advantage going into this push. Still plenty of utility to work with as well. Preemptive smoke to block the molly from Magix.
Yeah, I like that. But they're going to be wrapping around, so even if it's a 4-on-3, it's more like a 2-on-3 at this bomb site until anyone else shows up, and that's going to be another 10 seconds before that happens. Some die young, flashed, and dead down in the pit. They know where he is, but they kind of maybe estimate or assume that he was going to be staying in that corner for a little while longer. Lucky, again, quick with the headshot there on that AWP, and it's right back into a 2-on-2. The Molotov will slow them down. There is another Molotov on Lucky. If they throw that in the same position, Spirit are going to start to panic just a bit, I have to assume. Lucky, though, he's still scoped up on that corner. He's not quite sure. Catching him and jumping his Sip, and Orb is on the other side. Degster, he's thinking about walking through that. Smoke's going to be fading. He misses the chance, though, Lucky. Degster still fighting 2 angles at once. You can see the panic. Oh, good headshot. He tries, and he wins against Sip. That is a massive victory. Comes back in for the defuse. It is a 5th round for Spirit. They are trying to keep this major alive for themselves, and that clutch there is a big one.
Yeah, there we go. And it turns out that Lucky, he is not going to hit all of the shots. He does end up missing that one shot right there, and that ends up costing Astralis the 5th round. It should have been one in the bag, but Degster, you're going to take those. You're not complaining at that point. Nicely done in a 1v2 crossfire. It's just a nightmare retaking on A, and he manages to get it done for his team. So 5 rounds on the board for Spirit. Now we get to see, can Spirit go 4 for 4 on pistol rounds against Astralis, or are Astralis finally going to break the streak? That would be a disaster for Spirit if Astralis were to pick up the pistol round. So a lot of pressure right now on the CIS team. They need to get it done here. And what do we have in store for us now? Full nades on Chopper and Kevlar on the rest of the team. So not even a raid boss. Expect to see a bit of run and gun here from Spirit, where they may just try and swarm a site.
Yeah, I think that's fine on this map. The P250 can still be pretty good, but you're probably going to be coming within Glock range pretty soon. So Here we go. Glaive out on Banana, looking for the headshot there, all over the place, but he's just unaffected by it. Still hitting the headshot there and taking down degster, and now they're being flanked very rapidly. Sip is going to go down. Lucky with the headshot. He's behind there trying to stay alive, so that flank, even though it was a really, really quick flank from Banana, Spirit were just a little bit quicker. Megastar with the kill on Chopper. They're trying to get away. The bomb is planted 2-on-2, running onto the site, just fearless here, but he's still going to go down.
Leaves it all in Dupree, but Dupree has the info. He knows where they're playing from. One in construction, one oranges, gets that jiggle peek, needs to hit the headshot, but he's not going to manage it. Magix, brilliant work from him. Finally coming up with the goods. Degster also getting pumped up here for Spirit, and we have a round go their way. Team Spirit starting to look like they could. I mean, 4 out of 4 pistol rounds against Astralis. The Danes can't win a pistol to save their lives right now. Dupree's face says it all.
They can't, but it just doesn't seem to matter. I mean, they're still winning the game, so
yeah.
So in some sense, you know,
you can just imagine if they could win a pistol as well.
Yeah, that's where it would really kick off in a big way.
Just got to do it the hard way, Anders.
Yeah, so a lot of HEs here on the CT side. Doesn't really do much damage that one, but gonna try for there's a teammate jumping in front.
Yeah, that sucks. Dupree with the body block. Don't need to start adding unforced errors either to the mix here, Astralis. Although Mir taking point on this. No
What?
way. No way.
He just ran and shot him in the face through the smoke. That's actually so ridiculous. I mean, they're going to have the bomb site anyway, and probably the bomb plant as well pretty soon. Lucky, you get one of those per game.
Right? That's just so irritating.
He's lining it up. Oh, did he slow down the bomb maybe a bit? Dexter's thinking about it. Lucky, trying, but look at the bomb plant, and that's really all they needed here. That's what's going to make the difference. Now Astralis trying to see if they can back on out and save the pistols. It's not a lot, but it's worth it.
Yeah, they went for the force buy. They played the meta, and so now this is the correct play to make. Back off, save the Deeg, save the Kevlar, and save whatever nades you haven't used. So correct play coming in here from Astralis, and I like that Team Spirit are also just kind of, I mean, going for the straight-up fights. We saw back-to-back B hits where they just group up, get the death ball going, and go. And I really kind of want to see that kind of brawly style out of Spirit right now. Don't show any respect to Astralis. Don't let them continue dominate you. You've got the firepower on the side of Spirit. They know that they can take these duels and win them. I mean, Dexter is still doing some work right now. Mir as well. They aren't trailing too far behind. They can still get in this game in a meaningful way.
Yeah, it would be... I'd be very impressed if Spirit could mentally come back into this game. This is the shot. He's just running and shooting. Wow.
There you go. Sometimes that's just the way it be.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and so we will have still the eco holding on to the extra gear here, Astralis. And we've seen this work so far. This is why when a round is lost, don't force it when you've got the pistols and Kevlar, because we've seen teams win the following round when it's still an eco. And there you go. 1 kill for Glaive.
Yeah, Deagle doing some damage.
There you go.
Headshot. Magus versus Magix. Right down. Gotta be careful here. 3 versus 4. This is hard to watch.
Magus is just going like I was first.
Yeah.
There can only be one.
Wow. I like the Highlander. They are double setup over a pit. I wonder if it wouldn't make sense for them to push forward and actually kind of go, oh, all right, it's a Zeus. Fair enough. I was going to say, because if they push forward into the hallways and find no one, they shrink the map so hard. Yeah. If they win this round with a Zeus kill on top, that's just what they've given up on the B bomb side. They're saying, you know what? Let's take a roll of those dice and just hope that they hit the A bomb side, which it doesn't look like Spirit will. So they're going to be sighing a huge sigh of relief if they find this MTB bomb side and just say, all right, that's it. We actually made it out anyway.
Now you've got the information push coming in from Astralis. You get past that 40-second mark without seeing anything. You got to start wondering.
Yeah, but it's too late.
Yeah, they are going to be able to push onto the B bomb site. Spirit, can they get here in time to put pressure on this bomb plant, though? Dexter, this is the key one. Is he going to be able to get the trade? It does manage to confirm both kills and finds the third one. Brilliant work from Dexter. Well done. Oh!
Gotta be careful there. It was about 17 seconds left. So
okay, so they could have saved it.
They could have saved it. It would have been fun. But I mean, still, you want to be careful with that. Again, I don't mind. I don't think the gamble for Astralis is so bad. It would have looked incredibly impressive if they would have called that and just had 4 people at the bomb site. But not this time. There is a limit even to what Astralis could do here. It's another one for Spirit. It's 10-8. They are starting to wake up slowly, but there's some good steps in the right direction. They need to keep this up. They can't slip up now. This is the first real rifle round for Astralis in the second half, so Spirit just win this one, and then we're talking. Then it's real.
Poor chicken.
Violent.
Maybe you needed a snack.
Why were they rotating everyone out of the B-bomb site? Were they just back for nades, maybe? I guess so. That seems dangerous to have two people run back. And yeah, they're just going to get caught as they come back. That is not what you like to see at all. The Molotov is pretty decent. It does some damage. Glaive is going to be setting up an HG, and it does even more damage to Mia, but they're still kind of way out of it. I'd say Jet should probably just save this. That's a big mistake on Astralis.
That's them horsing around with this new meta where you can drop grenades. This is one of those maps where you see teams, if they have the money, they will buy an extra grenade and just drop it in CT spawn, because if you're rotating from B to A or A to B, you can, if you've used nades holding banana, you can just rotate and pick up a couple extra nades in CT, and great, now you're re-equipped for the retake.
And that's sick, but not if both people do it.
Yeah, not if it means that you have to rotate everybody off of the B-bomb site. That was a bit of a stretch. But I'm guessing, Astralis just weren't expecting this change of heart from Spirit. Spirit are now out there hungry, looking for duels, and it may just be catching Astralis a little off guard. Maybe Astralis were getting complacent with how well this was going. I mean, keep in mind, they just caved Spirit's head in on Dust 2. This is now Spirit the first time, it feels like, in this series where Spirit are starting to put up a bit of a fight.
Yeah.
So Astralis need to get their heads in gear here. Do they need to start taking this a bit more seriously and focus up again?
I mean, I have nothing but questions about that round. I'm not even sure why when they even if they do decide to put everyone out of the bomb side, then when they come running back, they just kind of stroll through like they're like, oh, no one would challenge us.
Yeah, it's as if they forget that banana is one of the most contested parts of the map, and
yeah, that seemed incredibly silly. We'll see if that's going to be the wake up call that Astralis need, because again, this is 9-10 now. This is a completely open game. Spirit could absolutely win this one, and third map would be overpass. Again, I feel like if Astralis end up losing now, especially if you lose, I mean, they just did this yesterday. Astralis themselves, right? Mm-hmm. They sent Pain Gaming home based on a 3 versus 5 win, and then they just spiraled it into overtime and won that. So Astralis know what happens if you start to let some of these teams, I mean, the same could happen to Spirit. Could easily be that just a little mistake from Astralis and Spirit feel like, all right, now we're back. We could do it. We're ready. Don't give him that opportunity.
No, indeed. You need to just lock it down right now. And Zonic, I think, might be wringing his hands a little bit in concern. Just because we know what the Spirit are capable of. They have crazy firepower. If they start to get online, it can be a fight here for Astralis still. Mir, oh, has to be careful about this M4A1 spray. But he's looking to punish, and he's just a split second too late.
Yeah, that's Smoke creating a gap, allowing Astralis to escape for the minute. But Mir is back for more. He couldn't get the headshot on the second player. Dupree will at least slow down that part of the push a little bit. The rest of them are setting up. Do they want to try and speed it up? I don't think they know that a second player rotated to the B bomb side, but maybe they're just guessing. In any case, they're right about it. Jump past Lucky, doesn't take the shot, and Magic, he thinks he's safe. The line up there, and Magus will take them both down. Degster is now on his own. It actually was a really good call for Spirit to try and do this as quickly as they were, but the fact that Lucky didn't fire the first shot on the guy jumping, just kept his cool, meant the second player walking in is thinking, well, I'm home safe, this is absolutely fine. Someone's already checked, and no one was there. Degster now won the 1 versus 2 earlier. This is a 1 versus 3, and it is a hell of a lot harder.
45 seconds as well, so not a whole lot of time to work with. Does he try and play this towards B? That would be sick.
He's got some time. He could do it. I mean, the problem is you just don't almost know anything at this point in the round if you're Degster. It's been so long since they've seen anyone. Yeah. 10 seconds is a long time in Counter-Strike, so he's just going to be trying to walk into it here. He's got the right idea, checking the graveyard. Oh, nice headshot. He needs another one. Lucky's in the corner. It's the AWP. If he misses the shot, Lucky, it's done. And Dexter's repositioning, looking everywhere. Oh. The gun barrel's showing. Oh, he sprays for it, and Degster. Big kill on that one. Now he's going to go try and see if he can Molotov. He's a little bit overthinking it. He actually comes off it. No, don't do it. 7 seconds left. Now he can't do it any longer. Oh, but he gets the kill anyway. What a clutch from Degster. 1 versus 3 to bring Spirit back in the major.
Keeping their hopes alive. This is it. The kind of rounds that Spirit need right now to get them fired up and ready to go. Degster has been a hard carry for this team for so long. It's just he feels like he hasn't quite been hitting that level here at the major so far, that they've been struggling. But degster, I mean, so this is where you wonder if it's experience or what, that Lucky is turning away like that. Is he expecting some kind of flash? But also, is he not aware that with the AWP, the gun barrel will stick through the wall sometimes like that? It just gives away his position, and degster, of course, is going to pounce on that and take full advantage.
I feel like that shouldn't be happening anymore, though. But
no, it shouldn't.
But
it really shouldn't. It's actually kind of frustrating to see, but you know, obviously, you play the way the game is playing right now. That's it. You just roll with it. And so degster, that's a fortunate break for him.
It looked like as well that he was overthinking it so much, degster. He left himself, and he couldn't have faked it another time, right? He either had to follow through and go for the bomb plant, or do what he did and just take the kill. That is a hard position to be in. Here we go. 10-10. Spirit have managed to tie it up. They're back in the game. Now they need to follow it through. That's a lot of damage with the deagle. They got to be careful here. There's a crossfire. Glaive shooting him through the wall. Sunday Young is down and out. Dupree, he'll get the follow-up kill. Spirit, please. Magus with a kill on degster as well. They're going to lose Magiskin now. It's Chopper in a 1 versus 3. They just decided to go fight at Arch, no matter what. Whatever it takes. Keep throwing bodies at the problem. Sip will execute Chopper. And Astralis, they get around that they didn't even have to put that much effort into.
Oh, and they save an AWP off of that as well. They save an AWP and an AK off of that. That's huge for Astralis. In an eco round,
But they just look like Spirit thought, we're meant to win this. Just keep going. More people. Throw them in.
Yep, you get fired up, and you're up against pistols. You start to get complacent. You start to think, okay, you know, right, they've got pistols, but we've got rifles. We'll be able to win out on this. And you start taking duels, and then you got to remember, these are guys with deagles. They hit those headshots. That's it. You're dead. Exactly what we saw there. So Astralis with a lucky break, in a sense, because now they could get back into this half in a real meaningful way. Glaive knows that Mir has been playing this very aggressively, and he stands and fights this time instead of running away. Mir goes down.
Chopper almost gets blown up.
Oh, man, this is brutal. This could be it for Astralis. If they take it, that could be all of the wind out of Spirit's sails in that round.
Oh, it's... Maybe. There's a timing here. Flash is in. They're going to come 3-man out, but Dupree is down there with the spray, the flashbang. It did touch him, you could see, but not enough. He's still able to get that double. And Chopper, he's already low from earlier. He's going to get a nice headshot on Dupree. There's a lot more that needs to be done in this round. Count mid-air by Magus. Can sit with the headshot. It's 12-10. The money, I don't know. They could buy on 3 out of 5 players here on the Spirit side. Maybe you just do that and just cross your fingers that you can find some sort of... Magus can sit with the headshot. It's 12-10. The money... I don't know. They could buy on 3 out of 5 players here on the Spirit side. Maybe you just do that and just cross your fingers that you can find some sort of magic way back into this game, because you had the door wide open, equalizing to 10-10. That was it. That was the moment. Now, I don't know. Oh, yeah, he's right there. The flashes still don't even touch him.
Nope. That's just a really solid 1-2 combination. Op, M4, one watching the other's back. Really nice bread and butter stuff, and Astralis just make it look so easy. 12-10. And, well, props to Chopper for hitting that 180. That was pretty sick, but he's having a real struggle fest right now. Only 5 kills so far on this map for Chopper. And I know that, you know, you can have the whole idea IGL, the rest of them. I mean, if Dexter's overperforming, then this could probably fly. But right now, Dexter's sitting at 21 kills. He's not exactly just taking over this server. And so Chopper really needs to step up right now if the team are going to be able to pull through. Everybody seems to be doing pretty good over on the Astralis side as well.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more of an even spread, but doing fine. 12-10. Yeah, they did buy into this round. I don't really blame them for
half buys here with Deagle and Kevlar, or just risk it all. But then you really are talking about a force. Lucky, sick no scope, point blank, doesn't miss, and Glaive is just the hero at that point. That's unreal. Big round from Glaive. This spray from Zip.
Zoned out. The problem is he can't really go too far away. Magus will find the headshot. It's not going to be the clutch this time. It's going to be Astralis on 13 rounds. Just 3 away from sending Spirit out of the major.
Unfortunately, you managed to get that bomb plant. Small little victories, right? But it's still not enough to go for a full buy on the side of Team Spirit. They would have to go for half buys here with Deagle and Kevlar, or just risk it all. But then you really are talking about a force. Lucky, sick no scope, point blank, doesn't miss. And Glaive is just the hero at that point. That's unreal. Big round from Glaive. This spray from Zipnix had me wondering just a little bit. A little bit of a pucker moment there, but
yeah.
you know, where he's like, oh man, that AK spray where it just feels like, where are your bullets going? What's going on? Am I just shooting nothing at no? I'm shooting blanks.
Yeah, feels like
13
sometimes.
to 10.
Oh, here come. Oh no, they're gonna give up on it. Keeps running. I think he's gonna find the kill anyway. Sometimes you're gonna probably go a little bit quicker on that one. Door is opening. Magic comes back for more, and he's gonna get a bullet to the face. So 2 opening kills here for Astralis, and I think that's in spite of. I think that whole play over at the A apartments aggressively like that. Spirit knew. They knew it was coming, and they couldn't really get themselves into a position where they were able to surprise Astralis, and not the other way around.
Now Astralis are pretty much on a lockdown mode. You can just set up 2 on B, 3 on A, and just wait. You have an idea of what Spirit have gone for. You know that there's pistols. They're not going to have a whole lot. Although, as I say that, the Hero AK from Mir taking down Glaive.
He was jiggle peeking and somehow didn't see Mir. I'm not sure. He kept jiggle peeking even after he should have probably spotted him. And Mir again going to catch another jiggle. Yeah, he knows that someone's back there. He wishes more than anything that he had a Molotov that he could throw in there. Instead, it's going to be the other way around, and he is forced out of it. 40 seconds, though. They've made their way in through Arch. You can see Dexter is sneaking around, creeping around with the Deagle. Going to be catching Lucky, but he misses the shot. Oh, no. Oh, dear. You have to hit that one. And he's going to go down instead. Lucky will bring him to the ground. And now it's 2 versus 4. That was the critical kill. That could have brought them right back in. It would have isolated the player in the B bomb site. Now, not so much. Lucky comes out of the smoke there, Chopper, and going to say otherwise, if you're an Astralis fan, you need to try and use some of that telepathy and tell him to click the trigger, but he did it anyway. Astralis, man, Spirit, I can't believe they were back. They tied it up. It was 10-10, and they threw away that round to the Arch position there with the Deagles. That's what made the difference. That is heartbreaking. Yeah,
this is definitely painful. Nothing but pain. But they did go through that save in the last round here, Spirit. They're not done yet. They can play out from here. They can afford the rifles and the nades and the smokes. Everything that they need here. Spirit to make a play happen. Now it's a matter of aggression. Can they get into Banana quick? They didn't really look like it. Molly over the top to put a little bit of pressure on mid, keep them guessing. And there's the boost. Zipnix gets punished by Chopper. Chopper aware that that was an option. That's not the first time that Astralis have gone for that play. And so this time Spirit ready with the punish. Nicely done. That's adjusting on the fly to what your opponents are showing you. And that Spirit really taking advantage. If it's going to happen, Anders, it has to happen like this. You have to start punishing Astralis for the tendencies that you've picked up so far in this half.
That's a devastating grenade.
That's a big one.
That landed on 3 people. That's too much. Missed opportunity there for Lucky. He's going to be a little bit desperate. Throws out a Molotov. They're going to throw another one down, but they also wrap around Arch at the same time. So, I don't know. Even if you have a lot of money here, I wouldn't necessarily go for this 3-on-5. You've got a bit of a buffer. Don't think, yeah, it's not worth it.
Not worth it. You know they're going to be able to afford whatever they want next run anyway, so just leave it. Nice little AWP find. That can be handed over to Dexter. He'll be more than happy to pick that up. And on the other side of things, I mean, they will have the money to rebuy that AWP. Lucky's got a little bit in the bank, so it's not the end of days here for Astralis. If they actually take one of these rifles off, that would be huge. If you could get a 3rd kill here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth trying, right? The level of the comeback, no matter what, for Spirit at this point in time, is going to have to be a massive one. So
the thing is that Mir is also sitting there thinking, well, I don't have money to rebuy. So, you know what? It's a bit of a gentleman's agreement. You know what? We're all just going to agree to hold on to what we have for the next round.
Let's all stay alive, yeah.
Yeah, let's just all stay alive, and we'll go again next round. So I like that from Mir. He figures it out and then decides better. That's some good discipline on his part. Now we need to see what can we do here from Astralis. They've got all the money that they need. Lucky will get fully equipped.
14-11. I mean, of course it could be done. Especially if you break that CT economy. Maybe that's just what they're focusing on right now. Just keep winning rounds until they only have pistols. And at that point, we've almost tied it up and we should be good to go. So just think of it that way. Maybe it doesn't seem so impossible anymore. They dodge most of the nade damage in the beginning. That's kind of fine. Early boost here for the CT side.
Fully just waiting for this. I really like that HE. That's a really slick HE from the site.
Yeah, because it used to be that there was a hole that you could sort of look into at the back of the B-bomb site here.
Yep.
And people would throw nades from back there where the boost is. Not so much anymore.
Harder to hit that angle, but if you can position yourself that way, it's very clever, very cool. But with 3 on B right now, Astralis, they are just calling this.
Yeah, they are really calling it now. Someone should be checking where they run past. But the problem is, Astralis haven't really gone for this boost except around the plant. So if you don't see it all the time, sometimes you just forget about it. You just think, well, wait a minute, maybe we just don't do it. They're boosting by new box as well. That means everyone's going to be looking at Sip here, and maybe that's just what it takes for them to forget. Dupree could turn around. He's playing anti-flash as well. Sip, here's the first point of contact. The spray is in. He's taking all the attention away. Dupree with a big double. And that's a disaster. Glaive is there as well. They absolutely called it right out of the gate, Astralis. They put 3 people here. They had the double boost crossfire set up, and Spirit, they get knocked out.
Oh, your stomach, it just feels it. You don't envy Spirit in that situation. When the bomb gets dropped on the other side of the smoke like that, you've got 30 seconds left on the clock. It's so brutal. And your money is going to be in shambles. You should have just enough to buy in the next round. Nicely done here by degster. 1v3, hoping for more. Not going to find it. They'll have money to buy, Spirit. They'll have money to buy, but this is it. Match point for Astralis.
Things are looking very good for them here. I mean, that kind of a call, it's one that you maybe feel a little bit more confident in making as well when you already have the buffer of rounds. Even if that hadn't worked out, if that had been an A execute, Astralis could kind of shrug it off and say, well, we've got another couple of tries to do it. But when it works,
oh man,
there's nothing they can do.
They had no idea. Just completely unaware that he was boosted. You just have to feel like you just got read like a book. There's nothing else for Spirit at that point. They were just ready for you.
Absolutely. 15-11. Spirit need 4 in a row, and it starts off well. Degster with a kill on Glaive. That's the kind of beginning that they need every round from here on out. The Lucky's going to bring it right back, dropping magics. Now it's a 4-on-4. No one is in Banana. And the question is, how long before... Actually, Astralis, they're rotating people, or at least swapping out people. Maybe, yeah, going to bring the orb over here by Lucky. That's something they haven't been doing too much. Many CT sides that will do this, they'll actually have their orb player play alone on B, and just have the other 4 playing on the A bomb side. So we'll see. Glaive is still hanging around there. Only 2 people over on A. Very unusual setup, I would say. 2-2 like this. Not something you see all the time. Usually just 1-3 instead.
Mm-hmm. A bit more of a gamble approach, but this worked for Spirit when they were electing to use this strategy on the CT side. Now they just double up on Pit, and now you're fully committed. If you're Astralis on the A site, you're here to fight.
Yeah, deep in there. They threw a flashbang to top Banana a minute ago here, Spirit, trying to sort of sell the idea that they were still up there. Now they're going to commit to it. Preemptive smoke, trying to create a bit of a one-way and also stopping a Molotov play. Nice shot from Chopper. Dupree entirely on his own to try and save this round. 30 seconds. He's going to get 1 kill. He does spin around for it. Spirit, they need to keep going. Dupree, he's already got the double and he nearly takes Sumdai Young with him. Now 20 seconds. Dupree has actually kept this round alive for Astralis. They can maybe still win it. Bomb will go down, but Sumdai Young is low on health. This nade, is it going to catch him? No, it goes the other way. Still alive for the minute. Swing out from Sip, and on the quad side, Lucky's picked up an M4 instead, and he's going to try and make his way through. Molotov, oh, that could be huge. Sip, he could just be waiting for it. He goes back via trying just to expose himself. What a headshot to bring down Sip, and now it's all on Lucky. 1 versus 2. He dodges the first flashbang, but again, he has to walk into the crossfire. They're all around him. Mir with a headshot. Spirit will keep the dream alive, and they're up to 12.
Yeah, you can see it coming as well. I mean, these players are so experienced. They're going to know the common setups. As soon as that molly is there, he's already pre-aiming the angle that Zip is holding. It's just a likely spot that Zip is going to be, and it's a little bit too telegraphed, a little bit too predictable. So Astralis not able to make that retake happen. But retake, again, just to repeat myself, retaking a site is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Nobody enjoys it. There's so many angles you have to worry about. It's so difficult. And so nobody envies Lucky in that position, trying to walk into a crossfire to clutch the round.
No, that's pretty tough. And I mean, again, it was not that far away from the breach winning the round. Now, Astralis doing what Spirit did a couple of times on their CT side, just pushing aggressively, Magus with the headshot as he comes out of pit. It is a 2-for-0 trade. Astralis, they are not shook at all. They don't care. They just want to put Spirit away and move on into the legend stage. And that's what they're about to do here. 5 versus 3. It's another very, very tough task ahead of Spirit.
This is exactly what I expect to see from a team that know that they are the dominant team on the server and that they should be winning this match. To go for that kind of bold play, just bully them. Just say, you know what, straight up, we're not going to respect you. We're not going to let you set up your strategy. We're not going to let you play your game and come to us. We're just going to just power through you and take the fight straight to you right out the gates. It's unorthodox play and it works perfectly. Oh, you heard that.
Yep, that's something you can hear. And he dodged the Molotov as well. Smoke is about to fade. Maybe Chopper is right inside of it. Dupree, thinking about it. Throws a Molotov of his own. Chopper's going to be coming through, but he's down and out. Now it's a 2-on-5. Astralis, they have looked very terrifying in this best of 3. And they're about to do it here. Get back into the legend stage. Lucky with the kill. He misses the follow-up flick, but Sundar Young is on his own, trying to clutch it against the entire Astralis lineup, and that cannot happen. 16-12, Astralis, they're back.
They have made it. They survive IAM Fall, the qualifier, the RMR, to make it here today to compete. Nobody believed in them, but they managed to crush through their Group 5-0. They go deep in the bracket there. They get so much done, and here they are surviving. 3 wins, 2 losses.